I'll be talking about Social Security and SSDI benefits in today's video. I've included all the information, including monetary amounts, for you to see here. Let's talk about it. Hello everyone. First of all, I would really like to thank you for liking and sharing this video using the buttons below. If you are new to my site or have not completed the nevertheless, kindly remember to hit the huge subscribe button located directly below the video to support the channel. I sincerely appreciate your support. Now, let's dive in and discuss everything. First off, is there a need for a lot more money now for Social Security SSDI survivors, spouses, and beneficiaries? That is a legitimate question, and I believe we can all agree that the answer is yes. Well, it appears that the most recent data and information that has been made public indicate that while we will likely receive more money, it likely won't be nearly as much as a lot of us need. We need, let's be honest, a 100% raise in all of our paychecks would be good, and I believe that many of us would be in a much better financial situation given many people earn $1,000, $900, $800 or similar amounts. But these days, it's practically hard to survive on that, especially in the last 3 years when costs have kept the same despite sharp increases in inflation. Extremely high, despite their constant assurances that inflation is declining and living standards are increasing. However, what they fail to mention is the possibility that inflation may not be rising as quickly as they claim, as it was in the previous few years, but it's still staying quite stable. In other words, prices haven't decreased appropriately, and we haven't really seen many pricing adjustments aside than going up and rising steadily, and then perhaps stabilizing at that point, with the exception of some regions where the cost of necessities like food, shelter, and healthcare is actually still rising. You've heard me discuss this previously in Even If Those Are Necessities and the Things We All Spend Our Money On Each Month. Other videos in those and other categories are still rising. As a result of that, I wish to discuss the most recent information that has been made public and the implications for you and your benefit checks each month, as there has been a small change since the start of the year, except for the last few months, when things may have slowed down. Now, it's clear that we are in the second half of 2024, but before that, things were looking very well. Down a little bit in terms of being overly hopeful about a huge boost in benefits. All right. So, to give you the most recent information, this was a few days ago, actually last week. The Contentious Consumer Price Index, CPI, also referred to as the inflation data, was released last week. This data is released once a month and contains the CPIW. The index used to calculate the amount of your monthly benefit increase for urban wage earners and clerical workers is the Consumer Price Index. However, this is not the official figure. Announcement, because it's still a few months away from when the official one will be made. All right, so this isn't the official announcement. Instead, it provides us with a better glimpse and a more detailed explanation. When we receive the official announcement in a few months, I want to provide you the most recent predictions, rumors, and such around where the RIA might actually land. It appears that as of right now, at least in this video, things aren't going so well. I'll tell you that much. This is because the most recent statistics from it appears that we will be receiving a 2.7% increase last week. Once more, I want to clarify that this is not the official announcement. Rather, it is the forecast as of right now based on rumor. The most current statistics, which was released last week, the CPI for example. But now I want to offer you some actual dollar figures, in addition to giving you many check amounts and demonstrating. With these various check amounts, you can see it in actual dollars, as far as what a 2. You can see exactly what this would translate into as far as an increase in your monthly benefit. A 7% rate would genuinely. The average long-term benefit increase from the COLA is 2.6%, so I can tell you this much about the benefits. They're not great over extended periods of time. We're pretty much in agreement with that. Gee, imagine that, right? It seems a little strange to me, but whatever, what do I know? I believe we all understand the full narrative, though. Well, let me to provide those financial values here in a moment, and after that, we will go over some more information on this. All right, let's use some lovely round numbers that I'm going to use really. I'm going to give you these lovely round numbers again, just to kind of give you perspective and no matter where you are at, you're going to be within $1 or $2 of these numbers, is only intended to serve as an illustration of what a 2.7% raise would entail. These are the figures if you receive a $600 monthly benefit. Adding a hypothetical 2.7% boost to it would raise your pay by $16 every month. That's right, $16, which, if you're lucky, will buy you about 3 boxes of cereal. Still, that's not much, and a $700 monthly benefit applying a potential 2.7% boost to that would result in an additional $19 per month on your check. Nothing that's not very lot, but better than nothing, okay? We must be thankful for what we have, because it's better than nothing. Compared to zero, it's not much at all. $19 for a $700 monthly benefit is not acceptable. If you receive a $800 monthly check, adding a potential 2.7% boost would result in a $22 monthly increase in your benefit check. Okay, so if you currently receive a $900 monthly benefit and apply a hypothetical 2.7% raise to that, your benefits would grow by $24 per month, not by much, to $1,000, which would yield, $1,000, and a potential 2.7 would result in an additional $27 per month. Correct? Similarly, adding a possible 2.7% raise to $100 would result in $30 per month. So as you can see, it's not ideal right now if considering that you were previously receiving $2,000 per month, you are now only receiving $54 per month. Based on my calculations, that works out to be around $648 each year. However, that's for a $2,000 monthly benefit. As you can see, even for a $1,000 monthly benefit, at $27, it comes out to about $320, or roughly $330, give or take a few months. Not by much, not by much more, and, while I'm thinking about it, I believe I may have misspoken a moment ago when I mentioned a $2,000 monthly benefit. Being $54 extra per month would be $648 per year. I realized that I stated month, but after giving it some more consideration, I realized that I should have said year, not month. I apologize if I stated something incorrectly. I like to correct myself when I make mistakes. I'm not sure what I said there a moment ago, but I'm simply correcting myself now. I may not have said what I meant to say, but I'm just making it plain that if I make a mistake, I will own up to it, go back, and make amends. Now, as you can plainly see, just in case I made a mistake a moment ago, all right, while I film this video, we are now lacking one more item. Medicare is going to enter the picture and, well, it's going to do something that I, the vampire, don't want it to do. Oh, that's the one that sucks your blood. Say this now, but you understand what I mean when I say that it will take a lot of your money and do a lot of bad things to a lot of people. So this is essentially what this means, is that if there is another 2.7% increase, we don't yet know what it will be. This is still merely conjecture and forecasting, but the closer we get to the announcement, the more precise our projections will be. However, the key point is that a significant portion of this, okay, not entirely, may be eliminated by the Medicare Part B price. However, it might quickly disappear on these lesser benefits, anything less than, say, $1,000 a month or so. I'm not sure how much of it would disappear, but it could easily disappear. However, we don't yet know what it will be. I can't imagine that will be anywhere close to acceptable. It will probably be somewhere in the range of 5 to 6%. Crazy justifications they'll come up with, for all the reasons we need to gather more money for that. But when it comes to making payments, we're simply going to do 2.7% correctly once more. We're not entirely sure what this will be, but I always want to provide you with this information so you can see the statistics properly. Like to break everything down for you, calculate everything, and provide those instances so you can see actual money. Because frequently when I return like this and say, oh, so the current projection is 2.7%. Well, what does that imply in terms of dollars? I don't really care, so tell me what it means in terms of dollars. Then again, maybe not everyone understands how to run. The calculation, which I completed for you, is fine. However, if you would like to do the calculations yourself, I can quickly advise you to multiply your benefit amount by 0.27, which would apply a 2.7%, or whatever figure you arrive at, represents the possible increase to your advantage. Now that you know how to compute that, you can do so with ease, or you can take advantage of the alternative. Amount multiplied by 1.27 will result in the new figure you see on your calculator right there, which would be the new amount you know. That is, the prospective raise of 2.7 plus your M benefit amount. Benefit amount in the case of a 2.7% hike. Again, not the official raise. We're just providing you with the most recent projections for where we are at the moment. But again, the next 3 months, well, not even 3 months, will see this increase.